Hi. Here we are. Thursday. Yeah, it's supposed to update it when I start a new one. Hopefully, it's gone correct now. If not, I'll go back and I'll edit that. But welcome. You have made it. I have made it. We have made it. Yay! We have made it to the final day of the Troubadork show right here in the house known as Ororoki in an undisclosed location in the room known as Away somewhere in San Antonio, Texas. And yes, I have this back out again because we're going to play a song on it. We're going to play a couple songs on this, possibly. I'm not sure. Yep, definitely two. Might play more than that. We will find out. You're just in time. Hey, Rich. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. We're going to start with, let me see here. I've got 3 original songs and 1 cover. Well, 1 filk. And we'll do the filk after this first one. The first one is, of course, a song, an epic tale of a man who came from humble beginnings and pretty much stayed there. Hey, Fax. You guys get that crossword done? Fax does a live crossword solving about half hour before me. All right, let's do this. Yeah. Oh, the notes here also say, play with unjustifiable grandeur. He came from a tiny village just outside of Aberdeen, and his face, it was not noble, and his clothes, they were not clean. But there's often been a hero that has come from such a start. Our man Festus wasn't one of them. He was neither brave nor smart. There are heroes, myths, and legends that are known throughout the land, but the dreaded peasant Festus was not that man. There are some men bound for glory, vibrato, bound for riches or for fame, unjustified, and among that noble roll call, you will not find Festus's name. For his voice, it was not noble, nor his bearing very fine, and he towered over no one at the height of 4'9". There are heroes, myths, and legends that are known throughout the land, but the dreaded peasant Festus was not that man, but from lowly circumstances some men rise among the rest. Not that Festus ever tried hard, well, that there is just my own guess. But in noble battles some men can achieve beyond compare. And on the battlefield of Hastings, our man Festus was not there. There are heroes, myths, and legends that are known throughout the land, but the dreaded peasant Festus was not that man. Thoughtful part. There are legendary figures doomed to fade away obscure, and our peasant Festus suits that. At least we think we're pretty sure. There is not much known of Festus. Peasantry builds little pride. Matter of fact, all that we're sure of, well, we're all pretty sure he died. There are heroes, myths, and legends that are known throughout the land, but the dreaded peasant Festus was not that man. And that's how that song goes. Hi, y'all, I got more people on here. Some new folks. I'm seeing some new faces. This is nice. Welcome to the Troubadork Show. That instrument will make another return later in the show here. Pardon me for just a moment. Oh, God, my nose itches. Okay, we're good. Never let them see you pick your nose on screen. That's one of them things they tell you in professional live streamer school, for what I understand. I don't know. I only saw a bootleg. It's Thursday, and I am, in fact, not working tomorrow, so this is technically my Friday. Big thumbs up there. Let me see what we got here. The next song we'll be doing on this unit, I think it's still in tune. B flat. Yeah. Actually, that's B minor. This is B flat. That's actual B. All right. I know all the notes. Yay, I'm learning the notes. Earn while you learn, folks. That's right. You too can be a professional streamer making less money than you would be making with hot tar on a roof in just 12 easy steps and 75 easy payments of most of your money, mostly spent on computer equipment. This is a folk song that I wrote on the internet, oddly enough, several years ago. And I riffed it off, and then I just didn't think anything else of it until I started doing more musical things, which started last year, pre-pandemic, because I discovered that I like playing music, and as opposed to being a magician, it's hard to be a miner. That's right. Get thrown off the bar for that. Okay. When you're in a festival where there's a lot of casual wandering around and not a lot, it's hard to get people to sit down. If you're a music act, you can play and people will walk by and be amused by you, and maybe they'll put some money in and maybe they won't, but you're providing background music for their experience. When you are doing a live, loud, heavily interactive magic act, you can dang near kill yourself trying to get a crowd. If a musician is performing and there's nobody sitting and watching, it still counts as rehearsal. If a magician is performing and there's no one watching, that is a cry for help. So that's where that comes from. Now, Renaissance Minstrel, the actual song. This is the riff, which I have to admit, I have a love-hate relationship with. Because I love the riff, and I hate the fact that I'm inconsistent with it. We're going to try again. It's a finger-picking riff, but it starts off on a couple of chords. Lacking three other guys to sing harmonies with, I just have to kind of go with it. Renaissance minstrel, minstrel, minstrel. I pray thee, my love, will you hear this song? It took me years to write, but will not take too long. It's based on a sonnet by a man named Kit, and I need a patron, and I long to be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. It's a lovely saga of a wandering knight, and his loving lady keeps him up at night. His son's a lowly squire, just dragging swords, just a steady job, but he longs to be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. Let's try that one again. Well, here we go. Renaissance minstrel, minstrel, minstrel. It's a lonely song. We'll get there eventually. There's 100 verses, give or take a few. I'll be writing more in a week or two. I can make it Latin if you like the sounds. I produce for sonnet, and I long to be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. If you do enjoy it, I could sing it there. I get so tired of wandering from fair to fair. If you must return it, send it to the king. He'll just put his name on it and call himself a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. Minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. Minstrel. Alas, my love, you do me wrong, a minstrel. There's no good way to end this song, a minstrel. They usually fade it out, you see, minstrel. I'll just try to wrap up gracefully, minstrel. Once again, okay, the score is now Tobias 3, Renaissance Minstrel riff 73. We'll get there eventually. As it says in the disclaimer crawls along the bottom of this thing, I'm not very good at this, and that's all right. So as long as that keeps going by, I have my built-in disclaimer, and that is a good thing. The next song I am going to do is a song that is, well, it's a song that came into my head when I was putting around doing other stuff in the day job. You know, you got one of those, I gotta do this, gotta do that. So you're like working at the day job. It's like, I gotta do this, then I gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do this. And then we'll steal their socks. What? And then we'll steal their socks. What is that? Great, now I gotta write a song. And so I did. I wrote a song, and it is a steampunk airship sock stealing sea shanty in the traditional mode. And I know it's the traditional mode because I'm the one that wrote it. So therefore, it must be my traditional mode. It starts in A minor, which is a very piratey chord. I have a tendency to hunker over when I start doing piratey stuff. Like this. Instead of leaning back. We'll see if I can do this casually. We'll find out. Oh yeah, the song. Come, listen to me, tale me hearty, speed well to make call. We'll launch our ships and stealthily we'll glide over the wall. We'll land as soft as feathers and we'll deftly pick their locks. We'll pounce upon our prey, me boys, and then we'll steal their socks. It's like pirates in dirigibles, the sky be where we roam. Just looking for a decent pair without a holy toe. So pirates of the sky, me boys, the clouds beware we roam. We'd all turn on us sailors if we just could make our own. The city watch, they know our ship, each one does know our names. They stalk down us poor sailors, and upon us heap their shame. We'd ransack every port in town, for hosiery we adore. 'Tis not so much a fetish, more a way of keeping score. So pirates and dirigibles, the sky be where we roam, just looking for a decent pair without a holy toe. Sock pirates in the clouds, me boys, the air be where we roam. We'd all turn on us sailors if we just could make our home. We'd almost had our fill, me lads, but we made one stop more. Accosted a fair maiden coming out of the yarn store. This plucky lass, she was quite brave, she did not flinch a bit. She glared us down defiantly and taught us how to knit. Us, not actually all that hard. So pirates of the sky no more, no longer do we roam. We've all turned on us sailors who know how to turn a toe. Suck pirates in the clouds no more, we've settled down at home. We've all turned on us seamen now that we can make our own. Yar. Yar. This is brought to you by the letter R. Ah, wow. It's been a week. Well, it's actually been March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 7 months since I started doing this doofy show. This is show number 116. Approximately 4 shows a week since the dawn of time, as it feels like. And I've been writing these little songs here and there. I wrote Festus. I riffed Renaissance Minstrel. I wrote Sock Pirates, and the last song is arguably the dumbest song I perform right now. I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, I know I've done some dumb things and I say some dumb things, but this is like, wow, goodness, this is a dumb song. But it's a gloriously dumb song as opposed to an unfortunately dumb song. And I'll explain what I'm talking about here. Like a lot of us, I doom scroll on social media. And one day I came across this little sculpture that someone had made out of some slices of cheese. Now, not sliced cheese, but cheese from a block that had been cut into slices. And they had made a couple of little arches of the cheese. And they had made, well, Cheesehenge. Now, we all do things like this from time to time, but my brain kind of kicked in, and it caused me to write a song. And the song only wants to be performed in one particular way. This is not a song that's a thoughtful ballad. This is not a song that is a graceful little, ode or etude. This is not a song with spectacular technical chops. No, no, no. This is a song that can clearly only be sung by one particular person in this world. I want you folks to send your mind back to the mid-70s. Because this song can only be sung by one man. And that's Neil Diamond. Not the 80s jazz singer / E.T. Turn On Your Heart Light, warm, fuzzy Neil Diamond. No, no, no. This song has to be sung by double denim, long hair, clearly in low Earth orbit, Surreal Neil. And I want you to imagine that it's sometime in the 70s. And clearly tuning this down. I should be tuning it up. You're at a concert. It's 2.5 hours into the concert. They've gone through all the hits. Neil is somewhere outside the asteroid belt mentally, but physically he's right there with you. And by God, you're going to hear a lot of the B-sides. And that's one of these. Brace yourselves. Cheesehenge, it's like Stonehenge but made of cheese. And it stood taller than the trees. Majestic in its pasteurized glory. Generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Erected by the ancient Welsh. You know they really couldn't help themselves. Engineering would prevail. Cheesehenge, it's a henge, but it's made of cheese. The construction was quite a breeze. Majestic in its pasteurized glory. Generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Why they built this thing? Did they turn cartwheels around it and sing? How does dairy stuff last so long? We'll just wonder about it in song. Cheesehenge, it's a henge, but it's made of cheese, and it's swayed slightly in the breeze. Majestic in its pasteurized glory. Generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Standing in delicious awe, take a selfie to send to mama. In the woods by a distant stream, you're gonna smell it before it's seen. Cheesehenge, it's a henge, but it's made of cheese. If you're allergic, it's gonna make you sneeze. Majestic in its pasteurized glory. Generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Cheesehenge, Blackout Pyro, thank you for coming. Good night. Arguably the dumbest song I have ever done. D minor, B flat. Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh. Folks, that was Cheesehenge, the dumbest song I currently play. But that may be taken over by Llama of Justice, which is another song I'm working on. We will see. And so we have come, skidding in sideways, falling off of the scooter, tripping over the blue recycling bin because it's a Thursday, cartwheeling through the front door and winding up upside down, draped over the coffee table in what is yet another strangely successful yet equally unjustifiable Tobias the Adequate Troubadork show. I don't know what I just said either. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me again. Without y'all here, what I do makes even less sense. And, oh, wow, yeah, I forgot. I got to do something real quick here. I forgot something, and I got to fix it, because if I don't fix it, I will be remiss. Hang on a second. Just fixing live technical, you know, it's not really a Troubadork show unless, there we go. No, that wasn't it. I messed it up. Huh. See, like I said, live technical free-for-alls. Let's start off by going to the right page here. So the first thing we're going to do is do this. Ow, my eye. PayPal.com/theadequate. And Venmo @theadequate. And Eric and Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda have all dropped a few bucks into the bucket. Now we go to Patreon here. And this is what I got to fix because I have some Patreon people to add. I have another Patreon patron. I'm as surprised as anyone. And we will add Shay. So I'd like to thank Kaskuro and Linda and Shay and Ann and Stefan and Rob and Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene for being my Party On, Party Down Patreon patron people. Whew. Okay. What that means is that they decided that they're going to toss a buck or two into the bucket on a monthly basis. In exchange for which they get previews of songs. They get to see what my command center is looking like as I continue to build it and refine it. Everything that comes into the show through any of these venues goes right back into the show, which is why I've got a really nice camera and a ring light now, and I've got a stream deck with buttons on it that I can push to cause things to change if I can bring it into the shot of the camera. I had the microphone, but I also now have a lot more in the way of infrastructure. I have a nice nifty little hanger that I can hang my ukulele on over here. I have I've got more stuff to do this stuff with. I got a program that actually pulls chords out of songs so I can play them. So yeah, that's what any money comes to me goes out that way. In exchange for which there are buttons and ebooks and PDF files and actual physical books. And Rob, your book is in the mail today. And Anne, your button is in the mail today. And Shay, your button will be actually, yeah, $2. Also, for if you have a $2, your ad could be here at the $2 per month Patreon level. See that? How convenient is it that that just shows up right there when I'm talking about it? If you are giving me $2 or more and via Patreon and you have a product or website or service or just you or company that you want to promote, let me know. I will put it down here and just let it kind of like bring it on down across the board there. The archives are all located over at facebook.com and twitch.tv/TobiasTheAdequate, also at youtube.com/MPLEGARE. There is the Ask Philo podcast, which is at anchor.m/theadequate or anywhere you can find the Adequate podcast. That includes the Spotify right there. We're at episode 3. The episodes drop Friday mornings at 1 a.m. That's right, 1 a.m. I believe we're at episode 3. Might be coming up on episode 4. I'm not certain. It's all a bit of a blur. But that is where you ask questions of Philo, Thibodeau, Headbeck, or Kneecap. Redneck Romancer from northern Southeast Texas, and he answers your questions about life, the dark arts and crafts, moon pies, weird alligators, grandmothers, why he's not allowed in Nacogdoches no more, and places like that. It does drop just once a week. I'm going to do 13 episodes of that, so that's 13 weeks worth of stuff, and you can check that out over at anchor.fm. That's over there, anchor.fm/theadequate. I have questions that people are sending me, and you can send me questions either through the anchor.fm website or through any of the other billions of ways you can get in touch with me, and I will look at those. I got some questions. I did get your questions, Rob, and there's certain themes that run through these questions, so I kind of try to consolidate them, and you'll see more of that in the upcoming podcasts. It's a bit weird. I just kind of write them down, and then I just let old Philo burble, and we'll see what happens. So that's everything. That's everything for this week. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me once again. You being there and you watching this in the replays, because I know you watch these in the replays because I see the counter go up. That gives me, reason to continue to do them. We're going to just keep doing this until it makes sense to stop. Eventually this will turn into a once a week thing, but not yet. So, and also, like, rate, review, share, whatever you do with these things. I don't know. I'm a 53-year-old man with a few musical instruments and a completely uncontrollable sense of creativity. I gotta do this stuff. If I don't do this stuff, my head will probably explode, and that would be bad. So, I think that's everything this week. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Support your locals, your local craft stores, gaming stores, hobby shops. Without you, they're just a room full of stuff. And y'all have been wonderful once again. I continue to be Tobias the Adequate. Thank you for encouraging my behavior, and I'll talk to y'all next time.